Harbor Freight sent us too many winches. We've got a couple of them we need to give away to you. There's a link in the description where you can enter to win, or you can come see us at the Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. We'll help you get entered.
Hurry before my arms get tired.
We'll see you there.
All right, it is another day of working in the shop. Today, we're gonna get this engine running.
And today I'm eating a granola bar.
So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna get these headers built so that the exhaust has somewhere to go rather than just like pop, pop, pop out of the block. This is some headers here. These are a block hugger style shorty header. These don't fit because of all this stuff that's in the way. So we're running it outside the frame here. We've got to get this modified to right here. And that is what we're doing. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is you got to cut this in half. Okay, then the next step is make sure this is laying flat and you line it up with the end of that right there. Okay, the rest of them are on the shelf up in there in bubble wrap up on the right top shelf.
Now we just need to grind those off.
So I'm gonna say we need to cut about 2.5 inches off these pipes. Skeeter, yeah. I need 2.5 inches cut off of all of these pipes.
All of them?
Off of the square side. Okay. Okay. Hey! These are our temporary mock-up headers to get the motor started. I like them.
That goes over here though.
These are aftermarket block hugger headers, but we've got to get sprint car style and get them outside the frame because it's going through here.
Okay.
But that just did it. That's what we needed. So what are you up to?
Gathering parts.
What's the parts for?
Comanche. 2-wheel drive, so I have to convert it. So
Rudy picked up a 2-wheel drive Comanche, Jeep Comanche.
maybe 2 of them.
Oh.
And a Wagoneer.
Well, come here. Oh yeah? What year Wagoneer? Oh, the XJ Wagoneer?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when I get there. But no, I'm focusing on the Comanche first.
Okay. So that should be a good, there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. So if that works for you, you can have it.
Sounds good. So what's new and exciting? What are you excited about?
This works.
Sweet.
It's strong.
Pass the kick test.
All right, well, it's way past quitting time. I'm tired. We got to watch Rudy load up his transfer case, and that's going to take the last little bit out of me. We'll be back tomorrow. All right, good morning. We are back in the shop today working on the heavy wrecker, except for Trevor, who's going to be helping Ed for a minute with something, but then we're going to bring him back in here. Trevor's going to hook up the fuel. We're going to touch some wires together. We're going to fire this up, but not before Lizzie and Skeeter and myself get the exhaust at least to a point where we can fire it without whatever would happen if we didn't do this stuff.
Blast our eardrums out.
Yeah. So yesterday we got the first header tacked up. Now we're gonna get this one tacked up, and then Lizzie's gonna sit here for an hour and weld them all up as carefully as she can. You're gonna want a chair. Mm-hmm. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is exhaust. Hold on. So that's an exhaust. So these are our temporary headers that may be permanent if they work. Lizzie got them all welded up. Did you see that? Look at that, man. Good job, Lizzie. Okay, it's lunchtime, so we're all gonna break for lunch, let these cool down, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna put these on. All right, we're back from lunch. Everybody is, finally.
We're back! And I'm falling across the floor.
The kids are swinging on that all the time. So I'm gonna have Lizzie and Skeeter working on these. They're gonna cut this off and then just like deburr, make sure this is flat, booger free, and then we're gonna bolt these on and start doing the exhaust. Meanwhile, Trevor's gonna try to figure out how we're gonna get gas from the gas tank to the engine. I've got a little meeting I gotta go do, so you guys get videos to watch.
Matt said it doesn't matter what I cut these with. You know. Well, no.
Make it sound like an elk bugle.
Well, I need to figure out where to mount this fuel filter, exploring my options. I think we got a problem. It needs two different size connectors, and I don't think we have two different size connectors. Let's explore. Easy there, killer. Yeah. So if you can see, if you look closely, this one is bigger than this one.
I gotta teach you how to run that thing.
So the little guy, the big guy, they both just clicked like me and Tucker. Not gonna lie, Tucker, not scared.
Scared all of us.
Why? That thing's the devil. When it gets spinning, like out of control, it's just like going wherever it wants, and it's gonna take a chunk out of whatever it hits.
Okay, we're not taking the rags out, and we're not putting the gaskets on just yet because we don't need them for the next step, which is simply just fitting the exhaust. All right, that's it. That is how the exhaust gets out of here. We'll call that good for a second. These are working out so good, I'm sad they're temporary. Look at that thing. That's just how we're gonna start it right there. Open exhaust. It sound like a dragster.
How's it going over here?
Just putting the finishing touches on these fuel lines. This is the baby one and the daddy one.
Nice.
Oh, my heel caught. That was scary. Oh, caution. I'm sorry, I forgot to read the sign. Tasmanian devil.
Trevor says we're a fuel filter away from firing this thing. That's not exactly true because we've got a couple of other things to do that Trevor doesn't know about yet. Trevor?
I don't want to hear about it.
We've got to loop the transmission cooler line.
Boo.
And we got to loop the oil cooler line. That's good enough. All right, headers are on.
So let me show you the problem. It's too loose. So I can either get different ones of these that are smaller, or I can get a fuel filter with a 3/8 end on it.
Much easier.
In Hurricane it is much easier. You can't just go and buy one of these anywhere. This ain't Las Vegas. So I'll be back.
Join us tomorrow, same place, different time, because it'll be at the beginning of the day, and we'll keep working on this. Good morning. It is another day of working in the shop on the heavy wrecker. Yes, yes, look, got all trimmed up, got a haircut, took a shower, combed my back. I'm feeling pretty dapper today. So today is the day we are going to be starting motoring the wrecker. What tune did you put on this, by the way?
I just punched in some numbers and I hope it works.
All right. So what we've got to do, we've got to bypass the oil cooling system. That's easy to do. I talked to my buddy LT last night. He said, do this, do that, do that. Then we've got to loop a couple of lines, transmission lines, and probably like tie a rag around the power steering lines.
Yes.
Just containment. We're not going to try to stop it. We're going to contain it.
It's gonna be a little bit of a messy process.
But anyway, that's what we're going to do.
So I got back from the store yesterday with the right filter, and I threw it on there. There it is. Hopefully that's the right place to mount it.
We're really done welding on this tank, right? 'Cause I don't want to put gas in it. We're done.
That's not a bad way to fill up right there. Some gas tanks are like so hard to fill up with a gas can. Hard to hold them.
Doesn't seem to be leaking anywhere. That's good.
Here are the fittings. Tom was one step ahead of us. He's a real resourceful guy. Yeah, there they are. They're in. Now I just gotta make a little loop. So here's my loop. It's a big loop.
It'll do. Only good for too bright. There you have it.
Let's go. We got a call. Make sure to do all those things that I asked you to do while I'm gone.
I'm on it. What work should we do next? We go get a smoothie?
And your third one.
3 sunrises. Heck yeah.
You have a good day.
Thank you. And then she was like, no way! And I was like, yes way. Totally. Perfect. Not supposed to touch this. Matt's back. Let's go triple.
You get everything done, Skeeter?
Yeah.
Looks good. We're back, and I think we're ready to crank this. So he's gonna crank it, it's not gonna start, and then we're gonna have to spend a couple of hours figuring out why, and then it'll start. Okay, let's figure out why there's no fuel. Are they reversed?
I hope not.
Go turn it on, let me see if there's any power back here.
He's trying to get his tongue on.
Go!
They don't want to touch.
I got no power. Nothing. So there's no power in this green wire for some reason. Is there a setting in the computer you can turn it off and on? Do you know if there's anything like that?
It says fuel prime read error. Did it not save the thing? Do I have to redo this whole thing? What should we do?
Just reset it.
Let's start at the beginning. So I found the problem. So I'm grounded to the motor and transmission. However, I do not have a ground going to the chassis where the fuel pump is grounded. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. Contact.
I was sleeping. That sounded amazing. I'm a little shook. Shaking a little bit.
There goes my hearing.
It sounds like a derby boat.
Yeah, we're getting ready for derby.
You guys heard it here first. The world's largest off-road wrecker is alive.
But we're soon gonna be dead from carbon monoxide poisoning.
So here's the deal. We do not have a transfer case yet. We're waiting for that, which means we don't have drive shafts because we don't know exactly how long to make those. We're waiting on shocks. Haven't heard anything on those. A little bit bummed about that.
got options.
Yeah, we'll make some phone calls, but really, we know it runs. It is not tuned up, but it runs. Oh, it's gonna need a muffler.
Colin comes out of the office.
That scared the crap out of me. I heard it fire up and I shot up and I'm like, what is that?
All right, I'm super excited. We heard it run today. Good job, Trevor.
Thanks.
Skeeter, good job.
Didn't do much.
So like I said, there is a lot of things left to do on this. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the cab off and we'll just keep working toward that goal of driving this thing out there and doing wrecker stuff with it.
Staying grounded.
There is a lesson to be learned here, isn't there?
There is.
Thanks for watching.
Oh!
Did I got right in the camera?
Literally on my face.